Welcome to another episode of Hope. I'm gonna move my plate out the way so y'all don't see I was eating. I hope y'all had a good week off. I hope you added some value, built on your businesses, read, grew, expanded, had a little fun, all of it. So we back at it this month. Today's the first day of October, and we're in the last quarter of Hope for this year, and I was reflecting on that, and I hope that this year the changes that we've made and the adjustments to the programming and the lessons, I hope that there was some value there for you that really etched in and taught you some of the same things, but in a deeper way. Because I've enjoyed watching Nana immensely this year, and I've seen the differences and the new stuff, and the new thoughts, and some of that shit. I hope you don't let it go over your head, because it's fire as fuck. The offensive and defensive thinking, like that shit was so, it can be eye-opening to you and your business. But there's so much new material this year. Y'all better not say teach me something new. Y'all better not say it. Because there's been a lot of new stuff that's not like $1 million worth of game. So, and it might be good for you to revisit some of those classes, revisit some of those lessons. Really, if you want to get up to speed, I think the crux of this class is going to be really about the intentionality and how you learn. Because somebody can stand there and give you all the game, but if you're not in a space to receive it, shit, it doesn't matter what they say. I was watching this, reading this news article about a famous YouTuber who ran up on a homeless guy, and he wanted to do a good deed for the homeless guy. It's a true story. You can look it up. And so he gave the homeless man $100,000.
Shit.
$100,000. So you think, man, $100,000. If he lived anywhere in some rural area, he could cash himself out for a home for a year, or get a car, or really get set up. That's amazing. $100,000.
He knew that.
What you think happened?
He blew it.
2 days.
He blew it. 2 days, money gone. So you guys are right, money gone.
Yeah.
But he ended up getting kidnapped by family and friends.
Damn.
God damn.
Stripped him, took it. I killed him.
God damn.
I don't know if they killed him, but all the rest of the stuff is true. So it taught me a lot. About how we teach this class. Gave me some new insights. Is we stress super hard about when you are you ready to build. You ready to build a business and take on the journey of being an entrepreneur. Your environment's important. Your environment's important. When we said early in the year, it's not sometimes what you do, but it's sometimes what you got to stop doing. Remember that? Mm-hmm. So sometimes the stuff you got to cut off, things you got to let go of. Entrepreneurship still the curation of your ecosystem as an entrepreneur also includes your environment, your friends, who you hang around. Who's close to you? Who are you close to? Who do you confide in? Who knows? Who doesn't know what you're doing? In addition to your own personal self-disciplines and your work to get better, but your environment matters. You can't, money can't help you if you don't change your frequency to the level of the money that you get. If you don't change the frequency and your vibration to the level of the money you get, it's gonna disappear. Just is. Oil and it can't hold on to you because you aren't showing up for it. So how are you preparing your environment for success as an entrepreneur? You still put yourself in risky situations, but you want to be a stable, successful entrepreneur. But yet you decide you still want to go plummet yourself into the hood or all this shit that you know that there's a high likelihood of some shit popping off. Like, you got to curate your environment. If you got friends with hot tempers, but you've changed. I've read all the books and I went to Hope, so I've changed. But all your partners still the same, and you still hang out with them the same. How do you think that's gonna affect your success over a long term as an entrepreneur? You gotta cut some shit off. You gotta grow, and your environment has to grow. So when you look to your right or left to get advice about certain things at whatever level you want to be on, if you have $100,000 in your account, but you need advice on what to do with it, and you look around and you got $5 friends, and you're asking $100,000 advice to $5 friends, what you think you're going to get back? You think they're going to miraculously have $100,000 ideas?
Yeah.
Fuck no. They're going to give you what they know. So you got to think about that shit. It ties into where we're going in this class in the first half. You got to think about all that shit. Because the game is cold. It's so cold. The game is cold. And you have to understand that wherever you're lacking or wherever there's holes or wherever you're fucking up or whatever, that you have to pay attention to where that is, and you got to fill those gaps before it becomes a thing. If you don't fill those gaps before it becomes a thing, then yeah, hurt you. So let's get started.